Okay, let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is go through some frequently made mistakes that I've observed from code reviewed by me on the assignment 1C submissions. There haven't been a lot of them so far, but here are some things that I've seen that might help you. First of all, it's okay to use the if-else statement in find matches async to throw the no such match exception, because you can't easily use throw new no such match exception in the ::, conditional operator. So that's okay for now. However, if you would like to know how you could actually make this work to be totally functional or more functional, all you need to do is just define a method called throw no such match exception, or whatever you want to call it, which throws no such match exception. And then you can use that within the ::, operator if you were so choose. So you don't have to leave the paradigm of functional programming to do the exception handling stuff, but for now, don't worry too much about that. The easier way to do it is just use if-else, although it's not quite as clean. Secondly, make sure that you have the parameter name to your controller methods match what the client is sending over. If you do not do this, chaos and insanity will ensue, and you'll have problems. You'll get really, really, really weird errors about not being able to implement, or not the method doesn't work properly. You get like an internal error message back from the client. So make sure you use the right variable name. You don't need to make a local variable whose only purpose in life is to be then used in the call. Just go ahead and put that in the call directly. Very minor point, but it just makes the code a little bit cleaner, at least to my eyes. This is a holdover from what we did in assignment 1B. Make sure that you split your calls to decode and compile into two separate map calls, not having one map call. So make sure you fix that. And this implementation is just way, way too complicated. It doesn't match the specification. If you read the specification above, it's got way too much stuff in there. It's much, much simpler than that. I'm not quite sure what this is trying to do, but it's not correct. And you don't really need to create a local variable here. You can just say return pattern.matcher movie ID.find. It's not wrong, just it'll be a little bit more concise. No need to create local variables. And of course, what you would want to do in a case like that would be to format your code properly so that you could, put the comments in the appropriate places, this kind of stuff. So you want to make sure that you leave places to put comments. Make sure you comment your code. If you don't comment your code, it's no longer going to be reviewed. And then another thing that's important is that assignment 1B requires the distinct call in the concat movie matches method. And that's because the way assignment 1B is organized, we're simultaneously searching for each of the regular expression queries concurrently on the same movie, and so you could get it matching multiple times under certain types of queries, which is not what you want. You only want one match. The way we're doing it with assignment 1C, in contrast, doesn't end up like that, because we're ending up doing each movie concurrently, and then within a movie, we're concurrently searching for a match, but as soon as we find a match, we're done, and we don't do multiple matches. That's the reason we use the ShutdownOnSuccess method, or ShutdownOnSuccess structured task scopes nested subclass. So there's no need to have distinct in assignment 1C. So if you put distinct in there, the test will yell at you and say, don't do that because it's unnecessary. So that's just an explanation of why that is not needed in assignment 1C, whereas it was needed in assignment 1B. Okay.